Hello, this is Mr. Evilcheese.
And I'm Zombie.
And this is our review of the Filix Toys 1/12 scale The Clown action figure. And this is based on the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie. Unofficial figure in 1/12 scale. And I like the picture on the box with the mask he puts on. Tiny little box. This is the clown on it. Filix Toys. Some crap on the back.
I like back cap.
You open it, and there he is. There's 2 layers of plastic. It's got his 3 alternate heads over there. Take that off. There you can see all of his other accessories.
And if you get one of these, make sure you don't lose his cigarettes.
Yeah,
they come out in little holes and roll around in there.
Yeah, ours are all out of place, but I put them back in place. Well, let's get him out. Okay, so there he is, opened up. And he comes with a whole bunch of accessories. He's got 10 alternate hands you can use. And he's got 3 alternate heads. And one of them is the no paint head. One's the bloody splatter where he shoots Murray. And the other one is at the very end, well, almost the very end, when he's after the car crash and he's really bloody. And then wipes the blood over his mouth. He's also got his little joke book. And then he's got an Oscar, because the movie won 2 awards. What, for Best
Actor and Best Original Music, I think.
Yeah. And then he's got the little revolver. He's got the little clown mask. And he comes with 2 cigarettes, which I'm guessing is in case you lose one, because they are very tiny.
But you might lose both.
Yeah. My first thoughts on just openings up, I think it looks pretty impressive. I like getting the Mezco 1/12
Yeah,
figures.
that's what I was thinking, is it really looks like one of the 1/12 figures.
And I don't know why no companies have been making him yet, other than unofficial ones. There's been a couple official statues, but still there's been no just action figures of him that are official. And there must be some kind of, maybe there's still some kind of reason they're not allowed to use it, or they're just wanting too much money, I don't know, but at least we're getting some unofficial ones, and I think this one looks pretty legit. I mean, I think the clothes may fit a little better if Mezco did it. Maybe the sculpts will be a little better, but still, I'd say this is pretty impressive.
It's not bad, yeah.
I think it's well worth the money. Filix isn't the only company that's making 1/12 Joaquin Jokers. There's at least 2 others. There's Bullet Head, which that one looks pretty awesome. I think it only comes with 1 head though, but still looks well done from the preview pictures. And there's another one that I just recently saw by a company called Patriot, and they have an expression that I haven't seen in any other version of this Joker, where he's got his mouth real wide, like he's yelling at Murray or something. It also comes with a chair to sit in, but I really don't know much about that one. So there he is. The thing I noticed when I first took him out of the package is it looked like his neck was long. And you pointed out, showing me a picture, that he does have a long neck. But still, I think the problem is there's like a gap, if you look at where his vest is, his yellow vest, in between his jacket. It kind of makes a little gap there, and that's kind of what gives the long neck look to me. But if you adjust the clothes a little bit and get it in the right spot, it kind of fixes that. You gotta mess around with it a little bit. But for the most part, I think the clothes fit really nice. They seem to be really well made. The stitching seems to be really, really nice. And it's really thin material, as it should be, so that it doesn't look too bulky. I really like all the wrinkles he gets in his pants, because it's hard to get wrinkles to show up on very tiny cloth figures. But yeah, the jacket looks cool. We've got some buttons on there, pockets, and you can see his vest on there. You can also take the jacket off and do that in a minute. But he's got liner in his jacket. The liner might be part of the problem with the jacket sitting up high. And his pants, I like the what do you call that? Like the iron crease going down his pants. I don't know if there's a name for that or what.
There is, and I can't think of it right now.
I guess we'll take a jacket off while we're doing this.
Oh, I think it's just called creased pants. I think.
But there he is with his jacket off. It looks pretty good. I like his shirt. It's got them little circles on it, just like in a movie. Back of the vest has a different color. Pants got pockets and things.
Little belt loops.
Yep. And you can also take the vest off. And even this shirt underneath would look good if you just wanted the shirt look. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you could. It's like Velcro. You do have to get this Velcro on right or you'll see the black showing through. But there's very tiny little buttons on there. I can't tell what they're made of. I don't think they're plastic. It might be stickers or maybe paint or something.
I think they're paint.
Well, they look real.
They look good. I would say that the long neck is definitely more noticeable now.
Yeah.
But you were saying before we started filming that it would help if he had a little bit of padding under his shirt.
Yeah, because it would...
on the shoulders, and I definitely think that would help if we could get it in there.
It would just make it stick up a little bit. I think that would fix that problem, so we might try that. But get that jacket back on. And here's his shoes. He's got some long pointy feet. It's pretty nice. Oh, he's got socks too. That's pretty cool. Didn't realize that.
It's good that he has socks, because in a lot of the scenes where he's sitting down, his socks are hanging out.
Oh, yeah. Okay, there he is back in the suit. Look at his head first. This is just a plain head. And this is... yeah, it's going to be tough to pick which head to keep. But I do like the plain head just because that's just... This is the plain standard Joker, what he's supposed to look like when he's, you know, all dressed up and ready to go. I don't know how, you know what I mean, just the regular Joker. He's not bloody. He's just...
He does have the one smeared eye.
Well, yeah, but that's the way he does it. And I think it looks really good. It's not 100% accurate likeness, but it's pretty close for such a tiny little figure.
And especially with the face paint, it looks really close.
Yeah. And I like how they have the skin color showing through a little bit, just like in the movie, around the edges. The sculpt of the hair is good. Does look like he has no ears.
You don't need no stinking ears.
Yeah, I think that is one little issue. I think it looks like there's hair coming out of his head right here and he has no ears. Like, not just that his hair's covering it, just that he has no ears. But it's not that big of a deal. I think that's just... You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like these are sideburns that are... I don't know. But yeah, if you look really close, it kind of looks like he has no ears.
Well, it's because his hair is like brushed back on the sides, and if it was actually brushed back like that, you would be able to see his ears.
Yeah, there should be hair from up here hanging down, covering that, and then you wouldn't see his ears. Yeah, I think that might be a little mistake with the sculpt, but I wouldn't have noticed.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I only noticed that because I'm really looking closely at the hair right now. It's not something I would notice just looking at the figure overall.
He does have the splattered head. You can see his ears on that one. It's like tucked behind his ears.
I guess we'll do that one next. Yeah, this is where he slicks it back a little more when he goes on Murray's show. And that's, I think that's the smile he makes right after he shoots him and he's got the blood splatter on his face. So that's a pretty cool option for a head. I'm not sure, but even with the 6 scale releases, the unofficial ones, I don't think this was one of the options of Murray's blood on him with that.
No, I don't think
look.
so.
If someone made one, I haven't seen it. So that's cool. Yeah, I think the sculpt on the face might... Well, I'd say they're about the same. I was going to say this one might be better, but I'd say they're about the same. Just different expression. But I do like the ears do look a little more... It makes the face look more right. That a thing where it looks like he has no ears over here isn't an issue, because obviously you can see the ears. Hopefully people understand what we're trying to say with that. We're not trying to say that if you have hair hanging over your ears, that means it looks like you have no ears. That's not what we're saying.
It's the way that the hair is styled.
Yeah.
You should be able to see his ears.
But here's this one. This one might be a little better with that, because the hair's hanging down a little more, so it almost would look more like it was covering the ears, but it still slightly has that issue.
The blood also distracts from it because it's down the sides.
Now this head's a little unfair to the others, but it might be my favorite because I just love that bloody look at the end.
Yeah, this is definitely my favorite head, but the little tiny splattered one is pretty good too. I like the expression on it.
Yeah. And the blood looks real nice and shiny, like it's still wet. And it's like in that scene, it's like that's where in the movie it's like he really turns into the Joker. But I do like the expression on it. I mean, these are all different sculpts because you can tell like the hairs and stuff's different. But I'm not sure how close that is to that. It looks different. I think the eyebrows are different. Isn't it? Yeah, that's a different expression. Mm-hmm. He's grinning more. So that's cool. It's not just a repainted head. But yeah, I really like that one. And then it comes with his unpainted head, which I think we talked about this in the 6-scale review where it came with an unpainted one, but I don't think there's a scene where he's dressed like this with no paint on. I think once he gets his suit on, then he's got like all white, and I think that's the first time you see him with this suit on. But I could be wrong, but I think that's how it was. But it's still cool to get this head. I just wouldn't use it because I'd rather have the Joker paint. Mm-hmm. But it does look like him. Like I said, it's not 100% accurate, but it is really close.
I think his hair's already green when he puts the suit on too, isn't it?
I think it might be. Yeah.
Because it would be real dumb to put on your suit and then dye your hair.
Yeah, well...
You would make a fucking mess. I know from experience.
Well, he's a little nuts, so I don't know. This keeps folding weird right there. Guess I got it. Just a suit or something. But yeah, that head does look good.
Mm-hmm. You should put the mask on him.
Oh yeah, I think that would be... Oh, I guess it would be this one. You could probably also do this one, because it'd probably cover up that blood splatter. Mask has a little stretchy string.
Stretchy string?
And there it is.
Is that hair right? That doesn't seem right to me.
I think it might be sticking out a little wrong, but like maybe too big or something. I think this might work better on a slicked back hair because his hair's, the straps would be pushing his hair in. Let's try that.
Yeah, it's like thicker and shorter.
Oh yeah, the hair's a little long, so it could be trimmed down just a tiny bit. But it looks pretty cool. I'm glad they included that. There he is with his joke book, which that's cool. He comes with that. It doesn't open or anything, but I mean, for as tiny it is, I wouldn't expect it to. But that's cool. You can see the little rings on it. It's all scuffed up. And he's got his Oscar, which that's not in the movie, but it's kind of funny that they even included that. But
yeah,
this wasn't an original accessory when they previewed this. And after it won Oscars, they added this in. But I think that's kind of cool. Because I think some people probably would like to display it with that. Now here he is holding the revolver. And this is the only real trigger finger hand to hold the gun. But when he shoots Murray in the scene, he uses this hand. But there's not a trigger finger hand for this arm. This is the closest one. But it's not really right. But that's okay, whatever. It's not that big a deal. Unless you're actually setting up the scene, then it might be a big deal. But the gun's nice. It's very tiny but sculpted well. So there's the cigarette holding hand. Cigarette in there. Looks pretty good. Well, I'm not sure how close you can get that. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, I like that. That looks really nice. So here's these finger gun looking hands. We're trying to figure out if these were dancing hands or what, but Zombie Cat is looking up trying to figure out what they are. And he does those things where he's not in makeup and pretends like he's shooting himself in the head, like when he's talking to his neighbor lady. But they could be dancing hands.
Well, most of the time when he's dancing, he either has flat hands or fists.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. So I was looking up some scenes and realized that the finger gun hands are most likely for the scene at the end where he uses his fingers to wipe the blood across his mouth, because he uses finger gun hands for both hands. So that's where that comes from, I guess. There he is with some fists, like he's dancing and kicking, or whatever he's doing when he does his dances.
That looks about right.
There's some open hands. There's these more relaxed hands, which I picture these a lot when he's dancing too, because he's got his hands just kind of flowing around. So I guess we'll do articulation. His head can just pop off and go rolling away.
Hands fall on the floor.
Yeah, his head can look all around. Really good articulation of the head. The articulation at the shoulder is good, except when he has a jacket on, it makes it difficult. You can get him in good positions, but then you might have to shift and adjust afterwards. But yeah, you can see you can do that. Get his arm straight up. But yeah, definitely have to adjust the jacket. Like, you can get him there, but then the jacket's all bunched, so you gotta kind of adjust it. A really good articulation at the shoulder. It's double jointed elbow. With the jacket on, you can't go all the way, but you can go really far. I think it can spin there too. And at the wrist, it can spin and has the hinge. The torso, you can bend way back. Twist to the side, really good there. You might risk pulling his shirt out of his pants if you're not careful, but then at the hips, kick out. Once again, you might have to adjust the pants so they go all the way. Kick out to the side, twist there. Double jointed knee, let's go about that far. Very squeaky at the knees. Well, the joints are pretty sturdy, so that's good. The ankle, can't really tilt very much, but it's on a ball joint, so it's still pretty good. So that's his articulation is about as good as like the Mezco figures. It's really nice. And there he is next to one of the Mezco 112 collective Jokers, and you can see he's a little taller, but that don't really mean much because he might be a tall comic book Joker version. I don't know, but that's pretty cool seeing them together. Here's Harley Quinn. Comic book version. I just can't imagine that version of Joker being with Harley Quinn, but
nope.
Unless she was very different.
Yeah.
There he is next to this Mezco 112 collective Harley. Those two really do not go together. I don't think he'd be able to handle this one. And there he is next to the Mezco 112 collective Suicide Squad Harley Quinn. And once again, I can't see him actually being with her. At least not the way he is in this movie. Here's a custom I made. I did a video on this, but it's a 7-inch custom. I tried. His face is a little messed up, but I tried.
I think he looks pretty decent. He's just got a big old chin.
Yeah. I did add this little cotton ball smoke there. which might be nice on this one's cigarettes. So his leg kind of popped out of socket at the hip, so I had to pull his pants down to get it back on, and it's a little interesting down there. His shirt turns into a thong. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with this figure. It's unofficial, but very well done, and the price was pretty good on it compared to Mezco's, and well, I think it's probably close to Mezco's price. But it comes with 4 heads, which are all really well done.
10 hands. That's a lot of hands.
Yeah, there's a lot of hands. And the suit fits really well. Other than around the neck area, might need a little adjusting. I mean, I think you can adjust it without modifying anything. But like I said, we might put a little padding under there just to make it easier. You know, the seams and everything are real good. I think the quality of the material is pretty damn good. Articulation's nice.
Yeah, that fabric's really nice. Because sometimes with smaller figures like this, they use fabric that's too heavy, too thick, and then it just doesn't hang right.
Yeah.
This looks pretty good.
I like his accessories. Comes with a gun and a notebook and some cigarettes. The mask, the Oscar. So that's pretty cool. Comes with a decent amount of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I like you can take his jacket off if you want to do that. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed with them.
Yeah, I really like it.
So if he's still available, which I don't know if he is, I'd say pick him up. Because who knows if Mezco will ever get to making him, because I don't know if they're allowed to. Or if they can afford it. I don't know what the deal is. Well, this is Mr. Evilcheese.
And I'm Zubbacat.
Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Hey, Puddin', so what are we gonna do tonight?
Well, I was thinking maybe we'd head downtown and...
What? What are you doing?
You are real, right?
Am I real?
Yeah.
Yeah, why wouldn't I be real?
Well, because I'm not a very reliable narrator.
What? What does that even mean?
Sometimes my girlfriends aren't real.
Well, I think I'm real. No, I'm confused. Does this hurt?
Oh!
Again?
No! Fine, you're real.
Okay, good. Now what was that all about?
Oh, you know, Zazie Beats or what?
What? You want to get some beats?
No, just never mind.
Hey everyone, it's Clementine from The Walking Dead, and you are watching Mr. Evilcheese and Zombie Cat. Don't be a shitbird and subscribe already. Do it. Thanks.